Swamin Namaste Natalokabandho Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdhau Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya Rijvyati Karunya Sudhabhivristya Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste. Jnanasvarupam nijabhavayuktam Anandamanandakaram prasannam Yogindramedhyam Bhavarogavadyam Shrimadgurum Nityamaham Namami Shri Nityamaham Namami Nityaya Satyaya Chidatmakaya Navyaya Bhavyaya Paratparaya Shuddhaya Buddhaya Niranjanaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Yes, as Swamiji has named it, this visit to Dakshinkhanda, Poornashram, where lived our Baba, Poojya Swamiji's Gurudev. This visit has been named by Poojya Swamiji as Brahmadham Yatra. I don't think Swamiji had this name when the visit was decided. It was decided very strangely. We all knew that Swamiji and all of us will be going to Poornashram once Poornashram is ready to be inaugurated. When that will be, we don't know. Maybe we thought it will be somewhere in February or March 2024. But it so happened that the casting of the first floor, that is the full concrete structure, was to be completed just before the Vijayadashmi in last October. And since Nutan Swamiji was in Jamshedpur, Somnath Banerjee, who is looking after this construction, looking after the work which is proceeding, with lot of devotion and dedication, he wanted that Nutan Swamiji should visit Dakshinkhanda and see exactly how the work has been done, because after this, all the work is inside. So at this point, if the architect would come, structural engineer would come, and Nutan Swamiji also would be there, and if any change had to be made, it can be done at this time. So Nutan Swamiji planned to go to Dakshinkhanda, and that was the plan. This plan was being made when Nutan Swamiji was in the ashram, and Swamiji and me, we were in Malaysia. So after the plan was made, Swamiji said the very next day that, Ma, I think you should also go. You may also have to say something regarding the construction. So it was decided that from the ashram, I will go with Brahmacharini Pranati Swarupa and will be visiting Poornashram. So that was the plan. Tickets were bought, and then Very next day, Swamiji said, suddenly during breakfast, while we were in Malaysia, I think I can also come. So, the very announcement by Swamiji, we felt a little worried because, as you all know, Swamiji's body is 90 completed and his body is not that good. So we thought that it's a very arduous journey and we do not have the facilities which we try to provide for this aged body to make Swamiji comfortable. We thought that we don't have those facilities in Dakshinkhanda or wherever we will stay. We will generally stay in Shantiniketan. And otherwise also, it's a very long journey. So the initial response from our side was to dissuade Swamiji. But Swamiji did not say anything. But his face remained in my mind. And I was thinking that at that point Swamiji was okay. He was not having any kind of sickness as such, except that sudden falling down, which we have attendants to be with him, devotees to be with him. And this thought that when Swamiji has expressed his wish that he would like to come, my heart will not allow me to go leaving him behind. So I asked Swamiji, the Swamiji, shall we buy your ticket? Swamiji said, yes, I want to go. And that is how this whole journey started. And Swamiji, after that, I think it was end of September that we were deciding all these things. Until he went to Dakshinkhanda, actually, we started on 29th of October. Swamiji has been telling to us, to whosoever came to the ashram, whomever he met, that he is going to Dakshinkhanda. And he has been telling that it is necessary for me to go. It is necessary for me to meet the villagers and tell them, what is this Poornashram? Who is Baba? What relationship I have with Baba? And what is it that we want to do in Poornashram? He also said that we will make the building in Poornashram. Poornashram will remain in Dakshinkhanda village. We will come away. Now, the responsibility to look into everyday affairs of running Poornashram depends on the villagers. Are they ready? Will some people come forward? I want to talk to them about these things. So that was in his mind. Also, there was a feeling, which it was not talked so much at that time. Baba had told either Swamiji or Nutan Swamiji, while Baba was in his body, that my villagers do not know much of spirituality. You should come here and talk to them about this highest truth, the knowledge of the soul. So later on, Swamiji said that our going there and talking to them, having satsangs with them, will fulfill the wish of Baba. Anyway, our plan started, and earlier also Swamiji had been to Dakshinkhanda. The Poornashram was handed over to Naranashrama Tapovanam in October 2017. And in February 2018, after 40 years of Swamiji not visiting Poornashram, Swamiji went there in 2018 February with Nutan Swamiji and me, all the Brahmacharinis and the Ashramites, and many devotees worldwide. I think at least 150 people had been there. There is no facility to stay there, so we had to stay elsewhere. And Swamiji conducted satsang gave lecture. It was a one-day program, and also we conducted an Annavastra Dana Satra for about 2,000 people, poor people. It's a very poor village, and all the villages near about, they have a lot of poor people. That time itself, I think the villagers came to see Swamiji, and they fell in love with him. They kept on saying that, Swamiji, your laughter, it is infectious. We will never be able to forget your laughter. We left, and again in 2019, Swamiji, Nutan Swamiji and me, some of the Brahmacharinis and some devotees, we visited Dakshinkhanda. This time we stayed in Shantiniketan, Tagore's Vishwabharati, and we were traveling from there. It is about 1.5 hours of journey. And we also conducted a Dana Satra, Annavastra Dana Satra. This time it was 2 days program. Same satsang, etc. And Nama Sankirtan at the end of the satsang in the evenings. And people were saying, Swamiji, when will you start the construction of Poornashram? And when Poornashram is there, please come and stay here. You should stay here at least 1 month. So like that, it was a very devotional crowd. Everybody had received Swamiji with flower petals, showering flower petals, blowing conches, and doing ululation and all that, and garlanding him. It was something as if the whole place had become Vaikuntha. After that, COVID came. And though the plans were ready and everything was ready, construction could not get started. After the COVID was over, in 2023, I think at the just in the beginning of January, Somnath Banerjee of Jamshedpur, he is very much, they are builders by profession, and he took up, Swamiji's disciple he is, so he said that he will look after the construction and let us go ahead. So a contractor was found, structural engineer was found, architect was already there. So it was decided that on 18 January, the foundation stone will be laid. Swamiji was very sick at that time. He was in the ashram, and Nutan Swamiji was in Malaysia. So many of you know that I was sent by Poojya Swamiji to lay the foundation stone along with Brahmacharini Nandita Swarupa and Brahmacharini Pranati Swarupa. Actually, it was Pranati who got down into the pit and placed the foundation stone in the proper place amidst the chantings, and the stone which we had carried from here in the ashram, which was cast here, and Swamiji had blessed the stone. This all done, I had some satsangs with the villagers. Then also it was 2 days program, and that final day, the day of stone laying, there was an informal satsang in the evening. I think that satsang, I did not even know how long it took. I think for 2 hours I spoke. I felt that I should sit in their midst and not on the stage. So we all sat down just in front of the stage, and everybody at nearly about 80 people. There were children, there were young girls, there were young boys, there were young housewives, young men, old people, all were surrounding me, and I think by Swamiji's blessings and Baba's blessings, I spoke to them in simple Bengali, tried to transfer the simple truths of spirituality, Brahma Vidya, in their own language, in a manner that they could understand. Made them chant some shlokas and taught them also. So, when I finished, a group of people, 1 or 2 of them, young people, young women actually, they said that we want to hear this more and more. Can you not join us once a month? You are all very busy, but please join us once a month. So it was hurriedly decided. These days, most of the people have smartphones and WhatsApp, they're connected in WhatsApp. So they gave a list to me, name and WhatsApp number, and they decided that every month on the first Sunday, we will join through Google Meet. I came back to the ashram, told everything to Swamiji. Swamiji wanted to know minute to minute detail of what all had transpired. And when he heard that I have promised them that Swamiji will join in a Google Meet on the first Sunday of a month, he said, first Sunday of February is far away. Tomorrow is Sunday. That is, it was still end of January. I had come back on 20th. So I was talking to him on 21st, and 22nd was a Sunday. He said that tomorrow is Sunday. I want to join tomorrow. So hurriedly we called Sanjay Chakraborty, who is a Bengali, because Bengalis are necessary to talk to them at least. And Namrata and Sanjay, they made the group, and the very next day, all of them were connected with telephone calls and told them that we are going to meet. I think they never expected that Swamiji will so quickly want to meet them. They were very happy. That is how the group started. And initially, the first meeting was in the premises of the Kali Mandir. There is a Kali Mandir next to Poornashram, next you can say, on the same road, just 2 buildings away. So in that premises, it's a very small temple of the village, all had gathered there. Then, in that satsang, Swamiji declared that not once a month, I would like to meet all of you every Sunday. So their joy knew no bounds. They never expected that Swamiji would give them this boon. They said, we are very happy. Now the question was, where to meet? Many had gathered there. Now, I would just give you some history. In 1978, when Baba was still in his body, he left his body, attained Mahasamadhi in 1979. So in 1978, in West Bengal, there was a very huge flood. I think the whole of West Bengal was under this flood. And there is a river called Ajay River near this village. So the river was a spate, and there was a threat to this village, Dakshinkhanda, and some villages nearby. Somebody came and told Baba. Baba in his Poornashram, Poornashram was a mud building. It was 2-storied. There was a rickety wooden staircase to go upstairs where Baba stayed. Baba's room was long, and one side of the room was his asan. His body was very sick at that time. He used to lie on the floor on a Dunlopillow mattress. Over that was a Royal Bengal tiger asan, a big Royal Bengal tiger skin, and his body would be supported by many pillows. It was skin and bone. And he always used to remain in a trance. Eyes were piercing and brilliant. There was smile in his eyes and his face. He used to speak very less. If we asked him some question, he would give replies in 1 or 2 sentences. Sometimes, to make a point go across, he would tell a story. And from the story, one had to take what he wanted to tell us. At times he would tell us, if we ask some question, go down, open my library, from the last shelf, come to the last but 2 shelf. On the left side, from the left, pick up the 6th book, open such and such page, and see this number shloka. I have written my comment there. We used to be surprised that even at that age, with that kind of health, how he could remember where is the book and where he has written his comment and which is the shloka. This was Baba. There is many things to be told about Baba. I think we have published quite much very recently also. So I'm not going into that detail. So some people came and told Baba that this is a threat, we may be washed away. Baba said, "What? Is it so?" So it so happened that the river banks breached on the other side and all the villages on the other side got washed away. And Dakshinkhanda and the villages nearby, they all got saved. But hearing this, Swamiji sent some money and asked them to make a pakka building and said that in any such eventuality, they must shift to the pakka building. So 2 rooms were made, one below and one up, with a staircase from outside to go to the upper room. And the ground floor was a room, kitchen and toilet bathroom. Baba never lived in that village and in that room. But later when the Baba's actual building was dilapidated, was going to fall, Baba's books and other items were shifted to this upper room, which many of you who have visited Dakshinkhanda in the years 2018 and 19 and 23 would have seen Baba's books and things being there. So now when the satsang started in January 2023, after my visit for stone laying function, it was decided that in the lower room of that building, the Sunday satsangs will take place. And that place became Poornashram. Now, one lady, a young housewife, who lives just very near, she telephoned me one day, very soon, and said, "Ma, I have a wish. I want to clean up this place for satsang and I want to light lamp morning and evening. I light lamp in my home and this will be another place where I would like to light the lamps." She brought lamps from her house and started, after cleaning the place along with her daughters, servant maid and all that, she started lighting the lamp morning and evening. Hearing that she is having that wish, we placed the Guru Parampara photos there. All the Guru Paramparas, Baba's Gurudev, who is also from the same village, who was a little younger to Baba but had attained Mahasamadhi much earlier, and his Gurudev, Swami Narayan Tirtha, who was from Bangladesh, Dhaka, near Dhaka at that time. That time it was not Bangladesh, it was part of India. So this, and Swamiji's photo. So the 4 people, our Guru Parampara, we placed the photographs and morning and evening lighting of lamps started. Then people started coming there and congregating, and the satsangs, the Sunday satsangs started there. It was such a beautiful satsang. And Swamiji started talking to them. We first confined it to the Dakshinkhanda Nivasis only, the villagers. And some who belong to Dakshinkhanda, but now either they are married and they are outside of Dakshinkhanda, or because of jobs they are outside of Dakshinkhanda, but who wanted to join this group. Only these people were in this group, Poornashram Satsang group. Much later, maybe just 2-3 months back, we have added Swamiji's other devotees who are Bengalis or those who know Bengali quite well, who have been wanting to join this group, but we said that no, let it be an informal satsang with Swamiji and the Dakshinkhanda people, and once they become stabilized and their relationship becomes stabilized, then we will make you join. And so very recently we have joined some others from other places like Delhi, Jamshedpur, Kolkata, etc. Now, the satsang is very interesting. I think it is just, though we are so many kilometers away, we are just face to face. Here, from the ashram, Swamiji, myself and Nutan Swamiji, we join. Swamiji does much of the talking, and wherever he gets stuck with Bengali or some word, I will supply, and then I will explain. And slowly we started understanding many of them, their faces. So virtually we started growing a relationship. Many more joined from the village. And as this Sunday satsang was going on, what happened is, Somnath, who used to be in Dakshinkhanda to supervise the work, so he would be very dedicatedly and committedly, with great austerity, travel between Jamshedpur and Dakshinkhanda quite often. It's an 8-hour drive by car, and he always drives and goes. He stays in some villager's house, one Mr. Jangal De and his wife. They look after him very well. Now, Somnath, who is very devotional, he says that after work is over and the laborers go away, the masons go away, he used to feel that the time is there, nothing to do. So he started having bhajans and sankirtan. So many people started coming for that sankirtan. Then what he did, he told them that our ashram evening prayer is like this. So why don't you chant our evening prayers? So the Nitya Samarpanam books were sent there, and he started making them chant the evening prayers. After the evening prayers also, they will all sit together. Somebody gave a harmonium, then some other things came in. So they all started doing Hare Rama, or some other bhajan, other sankirtan, and it will go on for quite late at night, 9 o'clock, 9:30 sometimes. And strangely enough, there are some regular people, mostly women. They come there dedicatedly, committedly, devotionally, even if Somnath is not there. And recently he could not be there for a long time because of many other reasons. They would come there every evening, light the lamp and sing. Now, what is happening there, since they were every day, whatever they were doing, small video clips they would post in that WhatsApp group. And we would come to know what they are doing, their devotion. Some we will occasionally show to Swamiji or tell them. Our Ashwini started posting the Swamiji's message. Every day he posts in various groups. So he started posting Swamiji's message, though it was in English, still thinking that somebody will read and explain to others. Prabhat Rishmi sometimes gets posted. Sometimes some of the talks are getting posted. So a very beautiful relationship started growing between Swamiji and them. And their relationship was such, very informal. And the satsangs were filled with love, simple love and devotion. They will smile, sometimes they will be inattentive, then Swamiji will scold them and say that if you are not attentive, I am not going to teach you anymore. And then, meanwhile, after about 1 or 2 months, Swamiji started teaching them Bhagavad Gita in Bengali. So, the love and devotion to Swamiji can be felt through the screen. Although they have met Swamiji, their love and devotion for Swamiji grew through the screen virtually. And who is Swamiji? He is the one who have made them their own, his own. He has made them his own. And from such a distance, he is making them learn to look at life with the eyes smeared in spiritual knowledge. Through Bhagavad Gita, through many other texts, from shlokas, from Bhagavatam and other texts, Subhashitam, making them chant, making them repeat after him, sometimes laughing, sometimes not understanding what they are saying in Bengali, and looking at me for me to make him understand. This has been going on for 9 months, from January to 10 months. And that is how the relationship grew. And Swamiji himself, he wants to talk to them. He wants to talk to them in good vocabulary, explain to them the Bhagavad Gita. So he took up the task of learning Bengali. He can speak well, but he wanted more vocabulary. He would like to speak in the colloquial language. So he started reading and learning Bengali. To learn the alphabets and the letters, he started typing Vishnu Sahasranama in Bengali letter in his laptop and started comparing with the Devanagari letters and learned all the letters. He typed whole of second chapter of Bhagavad Gita in Bengali letters. His zeal, his commitment, his dedication, his tenacity, his diligence, his enthusiasm at this age, 90 plus, somebody should see and learn. And also try to follow him. I always thought so. He would many times call me, but I would be busy with other things, so he will be very disappointed. Then some days I will sit with him. Now, at this point, he is reading quite fluently. And what is he reading now? He is reading the Bengali translation of his own book, Vedantic Way of Living. That is the only one translation of his book. Vedantic Way of Living is in English, and Mr. Salil Bhaumik of Kolkata, he has translated it in Bengali. So he is reading the Bengali and going through the English and sometimes telling me and Nutan Swamiji, see, Shalil has not translated this portion properly. I think it could have been translated a little better. Or at times he is saying, oh, Shalil has done very well. So this is what he is doing. Now, everybody in the satsang, they knew that Swamiji will come only when the inauguration takes place. They will be sad when they would hear Swamiji's health is not good. They will be happy when they hear Swamiji's health is very good. And every time in this period, they have been asking, when is Swamiji coming, when all of you are coming. In this period, many of them, at least few of them, they became very close to me, especially the young housewives and some young men. They would call me, they will share their joys and sorrows with me and ask the same question. So they were satisfied with the fact that Swamiji will be visiting when there is the inauguration. Now, suddenly they get the news that Swamiji is coming to Dakshinkhanda. What a joy! What a joy was there. And so, how to go about it? So we were telling who all will take up all these arrangement. First they said that there should be lot of outreach, and one of them, he said that we should do an outreach in 3 ways. What are the 3 ways? One is going around from village to village in auto rickshaw. There they call it Toto. Electrically operated auto rickshaw is called Toto. So they will go in the Toto with a flex. And word of mouth, whosoever they meet, they will tell. And flex. Then they will put up flexes at various places, in various villages, various shops, various street corners, road corners, village corners, temples, etc. Also they will go from door to door with a card. So the first thing was to be done was making a card. I think that card they are showing you. I think they must be showing you now. Where they all said, when we were talking to them, how are we going about? Then it was decided that we should have a working committee. So a working committee was formed, because we came to know by this time, virtually though, many of them, and we know that they are very fond of us, especially Swamiji. So the committee decided, we were always meeting in Google Meets, And the committee decided, they were saying, it was so nice to see what they were saying, a Mahapurusha is coming. A Mahapurusha is coming to our village and he is accompanied by 2 sannyasin disciples. We should spread this news everywhere to everybody and give them the opportunity to listen to him. We should tell each of them that you must come, you must listen to him. And that was the result of their attending these virtual satsangs with Swamiji. They could understand that what difference it has made in their lives by attending these Google satsangs with him regularly. They are village people, Many of them, especially the women, they say, we never knew that one can look at life with this kind of attitude. Swamiji would sometimes ask them, has there any difference? Has there been any difference by reading Bhagavad Gita? Then they would say, yes. Earlier, whenever something happened, we will be drowned in misery. Or we will be so angry. Now we are able to tolerate the situation, withstand the situation. We are not drowned in sorrow anymore. So like this, they had been feeling. So they felt that a lot of outreach should be done. Also, it was just before the Durga Puja would start. For Bengalis, Durga Puja is very, very the greatest festival from Durga Puja till Kali Puja, that is Deepavali. More than a month, there is festival and festival. So everybody will be engaged. So they said that after this, neither the pandal wala will be available, nor the cooks will be available. The printing of the flexes will not be possible. So let us decide everything. So very hurriedly, working committee decided, and Sanjay Chakrabarti of Delhi played a very great role because he can speak Bengali, he can talk to all of them. And he was here fortunately at that time with us in the ashram. And in our publication department, girls, they were working, especially Rashmi, making the flexes and whatnot. So everything was done, cooks were fixed, what prasada will be given. Everybody was told that Swamiji wants to feed well, so feeding should be done well. Now there was a great question, how many people will come, how will we know how many people to be fed? But yes, we will go ahead. It was natural. When I think now, I find that everything was happening in a flow. And while this was going on, we were deciding where to stay. We will stay in Shantiniketan. Now that Swamiji will be going, now we have to have a building where at least 3 rooms are there, or more, so that we all can stay together. And there are kitchen facility, there is people can gather there. And our group who will be accompanying Swamiji, Nutan Swamiji and me, that also swelled up to about 19 or so. So we actually hired 3 buildings in Shantiniketan near to each other, and we were ready to leave. Meanwhile, Swamiji fell sick. Swamiji's body was not well. He had to be taken to the doctor because he had to make this journey. And the journey was what? We have to go. We found very strangely that there is a flight from Kochi to Durgapur. And Durgapur is only 2 hours journey from Shantiniketan. So we took that flight. But that flight is from Kochi at 7:30 in the morning. So we have to leave the ashram at 4:30 in the morning. So you can imagine getting up at 2:30 in the morning, cooking food, packing food, and such a big group of people starting for the airport. It was not easy, but it was joyous. And all other inmates, ashramis, Brahmacharinis, some of the devotees, some of the devotee couples came and stayed. When Swamiji, myself, we went. Already Nutan Swamiji was away in Jamshedpur. So they came to be in the ashram and all had their austere stay in the ashram. It is because of them that we freely went, leaving the ashram where all of us went away. Now, we went on 29th. Nutan Swamiji was to leave from Jamshedpur by car on 29th. A party from Jamshedpur, they started on 27th by car that is Somnath's wife Jaya, and Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Lakshmi from Malaysia, then Shweta from Delhi, and Sanjay from Delhi. All of them, they started on 27th and they reached, they were all in Jamshedpur CIRD. From there in 2 cars, they went to Jamshedpur. I think they are showing that picture to you where they are taking leave of all others in CIRT Jamshedpur. They are they were to reach Shantiniketan and set up the place where Swamiji, myself, Nutan Swamiji and others will be staying. So they went, and 29th in early morning from the ashram, Swamiji and party, we left. This is the photo where we are leaving the ashram. It was very dark even then, 4:30 in the morning, you can understand, but there were many people to say goodbye to us, and it was a joyous seeing off. So 29th we started early in the morning, and Nutan Swamiji started at about 8:30 or so from Jamshedpur. It was an 8-hour drive. We were very concerned how he with his back problem will endure that 8-hour drive, but it was quite good. The roads are good, it seems. And we got down at Hyderabad, changed the plane, and then got down at Durgapur airport. There we found that somebody has, through one devotee of Swamiji, somebody has arranged a lot of policemen and were there to meet Swamiji and garland Swamiji, to receive Swamiji there, and they made all arrangements for us in a lounge. So it was very nice. And we were really very touched to see the devotion. Swamiji always says that he was in Kolkata long back, before he took up sannyasa. And his idea is that the Bengalis are very devotional. So looking that day in Durgapur, seeing the wheelchair pushers, the people who were taking the luggage, the policemen who were just surrounding us, seeing a Mahatma, just trying to touch his feet and take blessings, I felt that maybe it is so. So then we arrived in Shantiniketan. We arrived first, and then Nutan Swamiji arrived just about half an hour later. And there they had put up rangoli and they had decorated the whole building. And Ramnath's wife Jaya, she was doing arati to, this is the entry of that building, entrance of the building. You can see the rangoli, and arati did, Jaya did the arati, and we were all received, and we became comfortable in the house there. There, I think that they are showing some videos also. That the whole, atmosphere was reverberating with the sound of Sadguru Maharaj ki jai, Sadguru Maharaj ki jai, Sadguru Maharaj ki jai. It was very, very devotionally charged one reception. These houses there, in Vishwabharati, Shantiniketan, there are many such houses which are now turned into the Airbnb, that is furnished houses for tourists to come and stay. Many people come there as tourists because it is an UNESCO Heritage Center, World Heritage Center, not UNESCO, World Heritage Center, and so many people used to come. So there are many such buildings, and they have very nice gardens and all that. And Shanti Niketan, it is actually a place of Shanti, quiet and nice, abundant in nature. And that is how, looking at the nature, you will feel why Tagore wrote so many songs on nature, addressing the Supreme Lord. So this is Nutan Swamiji coming in. Then we settled down, and then the very next day we thought that we will not travel that day, that is on 30th. 30th we remained in Shantiniketan in this house. Some of the devotees from Kolkata, they came and met us there, and they spent the day there. In a building quite near to this building where we stayed, the feeding arrangement was done and all were taking food there. The caretakers of that house, that was a very big accommodation. Many of the devotees who were with us, they stayed in that, especially the ladies. And then the caretakers of that house, they really wanted that food is taken from there. So they supplied very good sattvic food to us all the days, very light and sattvic food. And they were very nice, with lot of dedication, lot of patience, because we were a big group, so mostly they will have to wait for us one by one. People will reach for lunch or dinner. Lunch we were taking in Dakshinkhanda. Breakfast and dinner we were taking there. So after 30th was the 31st, when it was decided that on 31st Swamiji will be received in Dakshinkhanda and we will have Pada Puja there. So in Dakshinkhanda, we reached by 10:30. We were supposed to reach by 10:30. We took early breakfast and we were all ready, and in 3-4 cars we travelled. And there is I told you about the Kali Mandir, which is called Budima Tala. That is the place of Budima, the old mother. So there is a banyan tree of the village, which is very old banyan tree. So that is one landmark. So we all got down there, and Swamiji was received with flower petals, then Shankadhvani, and people doing ululululu and all that, and then people trying to do arati to us. So many people, so many ladies, and this one, every time they do this. But this time I felt, it is, they were waiting for somebody whom they know, somebody who is their own. Through this satsang, they have become absolutely one with us. And so you can see that how they were all happy, and they were just, everybody wanting to touch the feet, everybody wanting to be by the side. Everybody's face was brilliant with smile and tears of joy. Garlanded us one by one. And from there we went walking to the temporary Poornashram. Why I am saying temporary? Okay, let this be over, then I will tell you. You are seeing another person in orange. He is a priest actually, but wearing orange. He is not a sannyasin. He garlanded Poojya Swamiji, and somebody else garlanded Nutan Swamiji, and one lady garlanded me. And all the time there were this, you must be hearing the sound, that Om Namah Sadashivaya Hare Rama, something is going on. Gurupriya hi kevalam, Gurupriya hi kevalam. All in various ragas they were chanting, sometimes in not very good tune also. Lot of cacophony, lot of sound, but it was very joyous. It was joyous to be in the midst of all these people. And since through virtually they have come to be very near, each one was trying to say, I am this one, I am that one. Achha, this photo. So from that place, we were all taken in a procession to this temporary Poornashram, where you see that when gate-like thing is there and some people are standing. This is the place now where our Guru Parampara photos are kept. It is the very next building to Poornashram. Poornashram has fallen. Poornashram is being rebuilt. And the Pakka building about which I was about to tell you, I had already told you, which was made after the flood, that building also is now demolished. The first satsangs, for 3-4 months, the satsang took place there only. In that building only they had observed Swamiji's birthday and Guru Purnima function. But now it is also demolished and it has been taken in the construction. So when that building was demolished, the Guru Parampara photos were transferred to this small room, which is very next to Baba's place. Actually, it is another, they belong to Baba's family only, and from the daughter's side or something like that. So it is in their house that the temporary Poornashram is there. And even now, the Sunday Satsang happens here. Every night Kirtana, Sankirtana, evening prayers, lamp lighting is done here only. The room is so small. This is a mud room. This is so small that you cannot have satsang here. So all people assemble outside this room. There is a courtyard. In that courtyard only they sit and they have the satsang. So now 3 of us, we are inside that room. In this room, when we went, Swamiji prostrated at the Guru Parampara. Sthashtanga pranam he did. He just lay prostrate on the floor and lay there like that. I was filled with emotion and I could not help tears. It was flooding my cheeks and I was feeling with what emotion Swamiji has come here. From the time we had planned this trip and he knew that he is also coming, he was every moment talking about Dakshinkhanda. When we used to have the working committee meetings through Google Meet, he used to be very eager to know each and every detail of their outreach, what they are saying, what they are talking, what they are feeling, what are their plans. And in the Poornashram group, Swamiji doesn't go through this, he doesn't have a mobile phone even. Whatever we tell him, that these WhatsApp messages have come or such and such things have been planned. When we tell him, he comes to know. So every day he would be saying, is there any news from there? Has anybody told anything? So sometimes I would say, no Swamiji, they are all busy in Durga Puja, no news now. So with what emotion he has come, I used to think. And when I saw him lie prostrate, I think we were some blessed ones to witness this, which I don't think it is very rare that Swamiji does this. And then when he was about to get up, there was very little space for him to support himself and get up. This is Lakshmi Narayan by his side. He lifted him up. Now, after that, we again walked back to Ananda Bhavan. Now, what is this Ananda Bhavan? Providentially, when we went in 2018 and 19, we had to put up a pandal in the place where Poornashram building is now coming up. Because Poornashram building had fallen, so that place was vacant, pandal was made there. And Swamiji's talk was there, Annavastra Dana Satram was from that place. Now, when I went for stone laying, at that time also that place was vacant because stone laying alone was being done. So pandal was put up there. In 2018 and 19, to feed our devotees who had gone there, we had taken the school building and everybody had to walk there and take food. Cooking was done there. But in 2023 January when I went, Ananda Bhavan had come up. What is Ananda Bhavan? The family which is there just in front of Poornashram across the road, one Mr. Babu Mukherjee, it is theirs. They have made a community hall where marriages, then Upanayan, etc. can be done. That is, such functions can be held. So when I went in January for the stone laying function, we heard that building was nearly ready and they came forward and said, let this building be inaugurated by Poornashram, feeding, whatever feeding will be going on in that function. So that building was used at that time. When I went for this stone laying function, all the devotees were fed there. So this building is now completed, and Dodul, whose actual name is Apurva, he told many times that whenever Swamiji comes, this building is available, you can have the satsangs. Now that the Poornashram place is under construction, we literally did not have any place to assemble or talk, but providentially Ananda Bhavan is there. And Ananda Bhavan has its own hall. It has a room where Swamiji could sit. There is a bathroom for that. And there is a hall to feed. There are two halls are there. And another open space which was covered by a pandal where feeding took place. Beautiful arrangement. So we were taken to Ananda Bhavan in a procession. Here in this, we are being received by the same people, by arati, by flower offering, everything. And then we were taken inside to the room. Here also Baba's photo has been kept in Ananda Bhavan, and I was lighting the lamp with the chanting of Yuvanta Pravishya and all that. Swamiji is paying his respects. Then we were taken inside the small room. We waited for some time. Then the Pada Puja started. Pada Puja was done by Bapi, who is Akshay Chakravarti, and his wife Mampi Chakravarti, we call him Lukki. And this couple actually, after the Global Satsang took place, started in January. February, when Swamiji went to Jamshedpur, this couple with their two daughters had come and met Swamiji in Jamshedpur, and they prayed for Diksha, initiation. And Swamiji had given them Diksha sitting in Jamshedpur. So they are the first disciples of Swamiji in Dakshinkhanda. Swamiji chose them to do the Pada Puja, and they did very well. After the Pada Puja, Swamiji spoke for some time, and then the whole hall was crowded, full of people. I think they had thought that about 250 people will come, but actually nearly 350 people had come. Everybody was fed. There was everybody told in these 3 days, they have all worked together, heart and soul together. It was everybody's function, everybody was joyous, and everybody felt that Swamiji, how much time they could spend with Swamiji. They would not go to their homes even. After the lunch, they would sit there only, and then wait for Swamiji to talk to them in the evening. This is how all the 3 days took place. So this is the first day, people are listening, and after the satsang, Swamiji, after Swamiji's talk, Swamiji gave, everybody was given flowers to offer at Swamiji's feet. Swamiji gave out prasada, then everybody went for Bhakti Bhoj or Anna Prasada. And we also came for our bhiksha in the small room. Many of our devotees who had come along with us, they missed many functions. Those who were cooking for Swamiji, Nutan Swamiji and me, and 1 or 2 from Jamshedpur, they all missed all functions because our food was being cooked in somebody else's house. So they would go there and cook our food and bring the food to that small room, and very lovingly they made all arrangements and give us bhiksha. Now, the evening program was at 3 o'clock or so, but everything got delayed, and I think we could start the evening program. Only this is Dodul, Apurvo. This hall belongs to he and his father and the whole family. And we were, in the evening, we could start the program only at 4:45 or so. No, sorry, 3:45, 4:30 I think we could start. Then Swamiji was talking in Bengali. Swamiji starts with lot of laughter. He spoke on that day on what is the mission, what is this Poornashram, what is his relationship with Baba, why has he come to rebuild this Poornashram. And he stressed on this fact that Poornashram we are building, but people here will have to look after it. They will have to be ascetic, they will have to have the austerity. Some people should come forward and do some spiritual programs here, everyday programs like prayers, and read something and make this place spiritual. So afterwards, there was a rush to come and touch Swamiji's feet and get prasada from him. Prasada was, there is a sweet called monda in a box. Monda, 2 pairs of mondas were there, and the children had become, I think they were glued to us all these 3 days. And this is a very nice time because in whole of West Bengal, this period is holiday for the schools and colleges because of Durga Puja and Kali Puja. So the children had no school, so they were right from their morning to evening, they were with us. Then we went back after, Swamiji had a Nama Sankirtana. Suddenly he said, I want to do Nama Sankirtana. So he went around in this hall and everybody followed him. The Nama Sankirtana went on. Look at the children. Very naughty child he is. But that child also, he became so calm and very sorrowful the day we were leaving. All joy. I asked these ladies, the last day that we were taking leave of them. 3 days we had gone, consecutive 3 days. So they were saying that after the first day we did not feel sad. After second day also we thought tomorrow is also there. Now we are feeling sad. And these 3 days, how we have spent, we don't know. So much of joy, so much of joy. So I asked them, see, for you, Durga Puja is such a joyous event. And you just now had Durga Puja of 3 days. 4th day was the immersion. Can you tell me what is the difference between that joy and this joy? Many of them replied. And they said, in Durga Puja we wear new dresses. In our family we meet so many people, friends. We go to the puja pandals and there we chit-chat. We do puja also. We talk to each other. We take the bhog. Everything we do. But here we were immersed in knowledge and mental food. We were only showered knowledge by Swamiji, devotion by Swamiji. And this Ananda cannot be compared with anything at all. And we would like to hear more and more and more. This was their reply. So we came back, and the next day some very selected people were from Katwa is a place nearby town. From there some selected people had come, about 11-12 people had come, and they met Swamiji, especially some of them doctors, some of them business people, some of them teachers, some of them advocates. So they all talked to Swamiji and they were telling about the problems in this village. They were saying that the village needs an ambulance. There is no ambulance. And by the time a heart attack takes place, to get a vehicle and to take the person to the nearby town, whether it is Katwa or Salar, the person dies. Then they were saying that, snake venom, that what is it called? Anti-venom medicine, that is also not available. That is available at 1 hour distance. So by the time we take the patient dies. So they were saying that these things are very much necessary. Will Poornashram do this work? It will be a great help to the people here. And also they were talking about a school, that a school should be made, as people should be given tuition here, etc. So it was a very nice discussion, and we could understand what this village needs. Maybe we will get into this kind of work, and we are very inspired also to do. And they said that we can give manpower, and please help us. So that day also, after Bhiksha, Swamiji spoke for some time, and this second day, that is the 1st November, Swamiji spoke about devotion. He spoke about devotion. He spoke about bhakti, virakti and bhagavat prabodha from Srimad Bhagavatam, the King Nimi and Navayogi Samvada. He said, what is bhakti? what is virakti, dispassion, and how, when the devotion deepens and evolves, Bhagavat Prabodha, the God realization takes place. He spoke about Prahlada, what Prahlada was telling his classmates. Prahlada told that there is no difficulty to worship the Lord who is everywhere. He is everywhere. And at the end, Prahlada tells them that Yat Sarvat Ekanta Bhaktir Govinde Yat Sarvatra Tadikshanam. When devotion becomes one-pointed, one starts seeing God everywhere. So, through his talk in simple Bengali, people were, when he was making them chant the shlokas, they were chanting, and the whole place, the whole hall was filled with devotion. And at the end, one person came to me and said that I am so happy. Swamiji has told us what is to be done. He said that you must feel God inside you and you must see God everywhere. This is what is necessary. I have understood what is Poornashram going to do. This is what they said. And Swamiji also called upon some of the ladies who attend the weekly Sunday satsangs. This is Purobi, Dodul's wife, and that is Meena, Jangu's wife. There were two more. Their photos are not here. Swamiji told them, can you tell everybody what benefit you have got by attending this Google Satsang? Because we were telling, I also told everybody that, Poornashram is already doing the work. It's not that the Poornashram building will come and then we will start this dissemination. We have already started disseminating. We have got a WhatsApp group. Many of you who do not know about it, why don't you join? It's such a blessing, such an opportunity to listen to Bhagavad Gita and other texts from Swamiji in Bengali. He explains it, making it relevant for your day-to-day life so that you can live a life not getting drowned by the miseries and sorrows. Why don't you join the group? So then Swamiji said, can you tell, he called upon these people that why don't you tell what benefit you have got? So they were telling that we can withstand our joys and sorrows. Neither we become too elated and nor we become drowned in our miseries. When people tell us something, maybe for a little while we feel bad, then we are able to become balanced again. This is all because of the teachings of Swamiji. And another said that generally in the evenings we would only see the serials and in the TV. Now regularly we come to Poornashram and chant Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. We have so much of joy. We don't talk anything else. We just chant some bhajans and kirtan and the evening prayers. Every day we come here. This is what they said. And after that day, Swamiji again did the Nama Sankirtana. This time more and more people joined, and then we returned back. And third day was the day when the architect and the structural engineer and the contractors people had to come. And can you imagine? The first plan was for Nutan Swamiji to go and inspect the construction, which we never did in the first 2 days. We did not go to the construction site at all. We were immersed in satsang, surrounded by people, surrounded by the love and devotion that they showered on us. And we were also enjoying their company. So third day we all went. They also came. Many of the devotees came. Many of the villagers came. And Swamiji at this point, he went up to the terrace, going up the steps and looking into various places and telling wherever he felt that has not been done well, whichever he felt that should have been done, he was telling them, those who were like to Somnath. And then we have a supervisor boy, Niloy. He was telling all of them. And there also it was a satsang sort of. We all sat there and Nutan Swamiji was explaining to us, because it's only the structure, so where is what we don't even know. So with the map he was telling us everything. After that, when we came back, Swamiji and me, we were surrounded by devotees, and Nutan Swamiji, Namrata and others, the architect, engineer, etc., they all sat and they had some discussions on the plans again. And then we had Bhiksha, and then again the satsang took place, the last satsang. Swamiji spoke to them for a long time, and then with a very fervent here. And by the, I think for the first day they were all thinking whether they'll get a chance to touch Swamiji's feet. Second day was also similar. Third day somehow we managed to make them understand that everybody will get a chance to touch Swamiji's feet. Everybody will get a chance to get prasada, and there most of the people, they want Swamiji to place their Swamiji's hand to be placed on their head. So everybody will come forward and show the head for the hand to be placed there. So that day was quite a good crowd was there, and children would be sitting. Initially in the first 2 days they will get up, go out, make a lot of noise, but by third day they were quite disciplined, and it was very informal. And then it ended with Nama Sankirtana. So it was everybody's face on that third day, it was not as bright, because I told them, "Oh, today there is a little sadness in your faces." They said, "Yes, we are feeling very sad." So they gave us a very tearful, see-off when we got into the car. But that was 2nd of November. But on 3rd November, we had called the working committee to Shantiniketan, because 3rd November, we decided not to travel. So we called all of them, all the working committee group, along with their children, to Shantiniketan. And that was also another satsang. It was very sitting closely together, exchanging notes, lot of reviews being done of the whole program. And then later they left, cryingly, women shedding tears, small children shedding tears. See, this is that building where I was telling that there was a building where most of them stayed, and the feeding was done. So they took lunch with us and tea with us and then left. And this is a group photo with all of them. They were really, even now, today also some of them spoke to me. They say that we are seeing you in dreams. We are seeing you always and thinking of what punya karma we have done, that you all have taken us into your lives and you have kept your hands on our heads. Actually, we came back on 4th. 5th was a Sunday. So 3rd, when all of the working committee, they came to Shantiniketan, by leaving they were asking, tomorrow you are going, and tomorrow is 4th, 5th is a Sunday. Will Swamiji take Sunday satsang? I think Swamiji will be very busy. Swamiji will be very tired, is it not? I think Sunday Swamiji will not take a satsang. They were very doubtful. I know Swamiji. So I said Swamiji will take a satsang. So I asked Swamiji in the plane that, are you going to take a satsang on 5th? Yes. Why are you doubting? So this Sunday also we had a satsang and everybody was there. They were very happy. Now in the plane, I was asking Swamiji, we started from Shantiniketan. We were in the plane. Swamiji was constantly talking about how significant this trip has been for him. He started saying that it is Brahmadham Yatra. So I asked him, I was sitting next to him, I asked him in the plane, Swamiji, kemon laglo apnar? How did you feel, Swamiji? I asked. So Swamiji said, Amar jibone eta ekta birat taposya, tapomoy samarpan. This is a great austerity in my life, an austerity-full surrender. বাবার কাছ থেকে দীক্ষা নেওয়ার পর আমার জীবনে এত বছরে যা কিছু হয়েছে এবং হচ্ছে তার মধ্যে এই যাত্রাটি সর্বপ্রমুখ। After my initiation from Baba, in my life, whatever has happened and is happening even now, this visit to Poornashram is most significant. দক্ষিণখণ্ড গ্রামবাসীদের সঙ্গে অনেকটা সময় কাটাতে পেরেছি এবং তাদেরকে ভক্তি ও ভগবানের কথা বুঝিয়েছি। I have been able to spend a lot of time with the residents of Dakshinkhanda and have been able to explain to them about devotee, devotion and God. বাবা বলেছিলেন, গ্রামবাসীরা আধ্যাত্মিক বিষয় খুব একটা জানে না, তাদেরকে ব্রহ্মবিদ্যা সম্বন্ধে বলতে বলেছিলেন। এবার সেটা সম্ভব হয়েছে। Baba had told the villagers do not have much knowledge about spirituality. He had told to expose them to spiritual knowledge, to Brahma Vidya. That has been possible this time. শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতের একাদশ স্কন্ধতে মুক্তিস্কন্ধ থেকে রাজা নিমি আর নবযোগী সংবাদে ভক্তি, ভগবান আর ভগবৎ সাক্ষাৎকার সম্বন্ধে আলোচনা করতে পেরেছি। So I have been able to discuss with the village people about bhakti, devotion to God, about God and God realization from the 11th skandha, Mukti skandha of Srimad Bhagavatam through a dialogue between King Nimi and Navayogis. Bhaktir vikas thekei Bhagavat sakshatkar hoy. When bhakti deepens and evolves, God realization takes place. Ja bolechi, শ্রোতারা হাসি আর উজ্জ্বল মুখভাব নিয়ে শুনেছে আর বুঝেছে। Whatever I spoke, the audience listened with smiling and bright faces. They understood also. আরও শুনতে চাইছে। They were wanting to listen more and more. এই দৃশ্য দেখে বাবার ইচ্ছা আর বাবার নির্দেশকে সফল করতে পেরেছি বলে আমার মনে হয়েছে। Witnessing this scene of their eagerness to listen to more and more, I felt I have been able to fulfill Baba's wish and instruction. আমার মনে সবসময় বাবার আপ্তকাম ও প্রশান্ত গম্ভীর মুখশ্রী মাত্র জাজ্জল্যমান ছিল যখন আমি ওখানে ছিলাম। All along in my mind was brightly floating Baba's aptakama, fulfilled, prashanta, tranquil, gambhir, serene face. সেই সঙ্গে বাবার ইচ্ছা খানিকাংশ হলেও সফল হয়েছে বলে আমার হৃদয়ে অতুলনীয় কৃতার্থতা বিকশিত হচ্ছিল। Along with that, my heart was overflowing with incomparable fulfillment that I have been able to fulfill Baba's wish to some extent. This he started telling me. So when I asked him, কেমন লাগলো Swamiji? What did you feel, Swamiji? So how did you feel, Swamiji, when I asked? And Swamiji started telling me in English. I said that, wait, let me write. So in my phone I started writing. He said that you write in Bengali. So he told all this that I wrote in Bengali, he has told me. In Bengali he has told me. I have made a little change, a little editing, that's all. He said, you write, I'm telling in Bengali, you write in Bengali and you send to them. So actually I wrote while sitting in the plane, and when we got down in Hyderabad, I sent it to Poornashram group, WhatsApp group. And like a child, he was asking me in Hyderabad, has anybody responded to what I have written? You know, I want to tell you this. I feel that Dakshinkhanda means Baba to Swamiji. There is no difference. Dakshinkhanda people means Baba. Dakshinkhanda means Baba. He is so much one with them. Today, one devotee, Somnath's wife, she was telling me that she feels that Swamiji's prana, Swamiji's mind is in Dakshinkhanda, in Poornashram. She was telling me so much devotion, and I feel that I have witnessed it. He has been only thinking of Dakshinkhanda when in February, while we were in Jamshedpur, Bapi and Lokhi, they came, the couple who had taken Diksha. Swamiji was waiting for them to arrive because they are coming from Dakshinkhanda. They arrived very late, 10 o'clock. And after they had taken bath and taken food, by the time they came to do pranam to Swamiji, it was nearly 11. Swamiji was still waiting for them. And then he was talking about Baba, about Dakshinkhanda. I was simply looking at Swamiji and I was feeling that they are a couple from Dakshinkhanda. Swamiji is talking, but I felt that Swamiji is talking, thinking about Baba, thinking about his time with Baba, thinking about his life with Baba, and with that Guru Bhakti. I think this was a very, very significant trip, as Swamiji also says, Brahmadham Yatra. I have been thinking about it, and today I was thinking of starting my talk again when in the morning itself Namrata came and told me, will you tell about this yatra? I said, okay. And I felt, ever since I started thinking that I will speak about it, I felt that everything happened in such a flow. It just happened. And we just floated in it. And we have come back. And what we can retain in us is the Guru Bhakti. The unconditional love for the Guru, the dedication and surrender to the Guru. His knowledge, the knowledge that the Guru has imparted, to be true to that. Only that we can keep in our mind and try to become a best disciple of the Guru. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. One thing I will tell, I don't know whether they have got the photo ready. In the house where we stayed in Shantiniketan, that house was named Kali Shankar. And from the very first night we found one dog stays there, one black colored dog. It will be wagging its tail, and all of us are very fond of animals. So seeing that dog, Swamiji took it upon himself to feed the dog. So he came to the kitchen asking, is there anything? The biscuits were given, bread was given. Then Swamiji felt that the dog is having to eat only dry bread and biscuit. So he then took one pepper bowl and filled it with milk and then biscuit and bread into that milk. And the dog then got a master who was feeding them for those few days, every morning and every evening. So naturally, that dog very timely would come and wag the tail. And understanding that there is somebody to feed them here very lovingly, one more dog or maybe I think 2 more dogs used to come. So that was a good scene. I told Namrata that can you show those photos? So I don't know whether they are ready with that photo or not. So I'll stop. Sampurnam Jagadevanandanavanam Sarvepi Kalpadrumaha Gangam Vari Samasta Vari Nivaha Punya Samasta Kriyaha Vajah Prakrita Samskrita Shruti Shiro Varanasi Medini Sarvavasthitirasya vastu vishaya drishti parabrahmani Sarvavasthitirasya vastu vishaya drishti parabrahmani. I think I must tell you that all the working committee that we had formed, temporary working committee, and later on a full working committee has been formed. All of them, with so much of devotion, they have made this whole program so enjoyable and so successful. And I think this word successful or enjoyable, it's not what I want to say. They have spread their love to everybody. All the people who had gone with us, they have been, I think, enveloped by the love of the villagers. There was Jongol's wife Meena. In their house, our food was being prepared. Then there was Shama, who had gone for outreach. It was his feeling that we should do outreach everywhere. And during the puja days also, he was calling others and going sometimes alone, sometimes with others, and doing the outreach. Then Dodul and Dodul's wife, Mapi and Lukki. Then there was one Snigdha. Then there was one Devostri and Devostri's husband, Vasu. And I should not forget anybody's name. Then there was there were some from the Sankirtan group. Somnath and Jaya were there along with others, our group. So all of them together. I hope I have not missed anybody's name, but all of them became so dear. We came to know so many people there, and now all of them become our family. Okay.